In this video, I'm going to give you instant pain relief for arthritis in hands with an easy 1-minute exercise for rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis pain. I'm Susan Thompson, occupational therapist of 20 years and Tai Chi instructor. If you struggle with arthritis in hands and would like a natural remedy that gives you instant pain relief, I'm going to show you an easy 1-minute Tai Chi and Qigong exercise that will give you finger joint pain relief. This treatment works whether you have rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis. The exercise does not require you to move your hands, so there will be no pain involved. Instead, you will get instant pain relief for your joint pain and arthritis symptoms. Also, you can do this Tai Chi and Qigong exercise seated. We're going to increase the Qi, that's Qi, which is life energy in your hands. And this will create a healing environment for your arthritis symptoms and joint pain. I'm going to give you a tangible before and after measurement so that you can see that this Tai Chi and Qigong exercise really works. And be sure to stick around to the end of the video because I want to give you a bonus Qigong movement which will continue to spread that Qi throughout your body for whole body arthritis pain relief. All right, so let's jump right in. So let's take our before and after measurement. What I want you to do first is just to find that crease at the base of your palm, right here at the bottom of both of your hands. So I have this crease here, and then the one kind of harder to see on the video, but it's there. And then what I want you to do is to line up those two creases. So this way we can have a consistent measurement for before and after. And then make prayer hands. Now, I want you to look at your middle finger of both hands, and you'll find more than likely that one hand is slightly longer than the other. Okay? If they're absolutely equal, well, congratulations. But just try to find whichever one could be 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters longer. And so remember which is that longer hand. So in my instance, it looks like my left finger is slightly longer. So that's the hand that we're going to put down. And we're going to do the exercise with the shorter hand. Next, I want you to visualize the spaces between your finger joints. So in order to help you do that, I just happen to have this handy dandy skeleton hand so you can get a good visual reference of your finger joints. All right, so these are the long bones on the back of your hand right here. So you can feel those in your hand. And then this set of joints right here, I'm going to call your big knuckle joints when we do this exercise. So when you make a fist, these are your big knuckle joints. And then if we move up towards the tip, you've got another set of joints right here. And that on your hand are these joints that have the wrinkles on the back of the hand. Those I'll call the middle joints. And then we have at the very end are the tips of your fingers. You have joints there as well. So they also have articulating bones. And that is right across here. So we have these 3 sets of joints, your knuckles, your middle joints, and I'll call these the end joints. Now let's go ahead and do this exercise. So you're going to take that shorter hand and just hold it up. Again, you can be seated. And it's important that you do this in your mind and not with physical effort. You can close your eyes if you'd like to as we go through this. So the first thing I want you to do is just visualize those big knuckle joints, the first set of knuckle joints. And in your mind's eye, I want you to see those bones articulating with each other. So you can see that there's really no space in between those joints. And then I want you to visualize that you're gathering space in those knuckle joints so that the bones are sort of lifting off of each other and creating 1 millimeter of space. Again, you can do this with your eyes closed if you'd like. See that space in between each of those knuckle joints. And then let's go ahead and create 2 millimeters of space. And now you can see 3 millimeters of space in those big knuckle joints. The bones lifting off of each other, and you have a nice open joint at each finger at the big knuckle. Very nice. Now we're going to move up to the middle joints. And there again, you see the bones resting on each other. And now I want you to create a space in your mind and visualize that you're gathering a millimeter of space in that joint in each finger. And now 2 millimeters and 3 millimeters. You can see the daylight in that space between the joints. And now we're going to move to the end joints, the little ones at the top, and see that those joints, or the bones are touching, and now they're gently lifting apart from each other and creating a millimeter of space. And now 2 millimeters and 3 millimeters. Again, this is with mental effort, not physical effort. And so now all those joints are nice and open. And now I would like for you to visualize the bones, those long bones in your hand and in your fingers, and those tendons and ligaments. And imagine that they're all lengthening. They're lengthening up towards the ceiling. And as they lengthen, your fingers grow so long that now you can feel the texture of the ceiling on your fingertips. And pretty soon, your fingertips just go through that ceiling and they're lengthening further into the attic space. You can feel the warmth of that air surrounding your hand and your fingers. And they continue to lengthen upward as though they're elastic, and they can just continue to lengthen and lengthen out through the roof line into the air. And imagine the humidity of that air, the temperature of that air surrounding your fingers as your fingers continue to lengthen upward towards the sky. And now they're growing so long that you can feel the clouds. You can feel the temperature dropping. Now you're leaving our atmosphere of the earth, and you can even brush by the moon and feel the texture of the moon on your fingers. And they continue to lengthen on and on into infinity. Very nice. Now let's do that before and after measurement and see what has happened physically to your hand. Now hopefully you're already feeling pain relief. We might feel some tingling and warmth, and that's the qi. Let's look at the tangible evidence of change in your finger joints. Find that line that we established at the beginning and find the other line and line those back up. You can be really precise about that. And now put your hands together and see what has happened. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? So the hand that was shorter is either equal or longer than the hand that prior was longer. You can see it in my hand. Fantastic. You see how powerful the mind-body connection is, and how qi, which is that warm, tingling feeling, can be easily brought into your hands and give you pain relief. Now, just go ahead and assess your hand and feel it. Most of my patients and my Tai Chi students are very surprised at the decrease in joint pain after doing this exercise, which is called songing the joints. Songing meaning to open and expand, and also you're relaxing at the same time because your mind is on something else. And this pain relief can last for several hours or maybe even a day. But don't forget, you have this arthritis pain management tool and how powerful it is. Now for the bonus Qigong exercise. If you have arthritis in hands, I'm guessing you probably have arthritis pain elsewhere in your body. So let's expand this qi energy that you felt and do the same thing we did for our hand joint pain, but expand it throughout our entire body for whole body arthritis pain relief. Just get in a comfortable stance and then just sit down a little tiny bit, not a whole lot. Just soften your knees and have a little bit of a bend to your knees. Now, I don't know about you, but my right hand, the one I did the songing exercise, is still tingling and warm. So I'm going to gather that into that hand, and I'm going to connect it with the other hand. That's right. And so you can get really close, but don't touch them. And then imagine that you can feel a magnetic energy there. And so you're going to just pull that apart and put your awareness in the space, not in your body, but in the space here. And imagine that that space is expanding like a balloon, and it's sort of pushing your arms out. And as it's pushing your arms out, you're drawing this energy and opening up your joints, just like you did your finger joints. So you're using your mind, not a physical effort. And then we're just imagining that our elbows are gathering space, our shoulders, our spine, even our hips and our knees, our ankles, and our toes. And then as we come back together, you're still feeling like you're filling the room. And you can feel a little bit of a resistance there because of that chi energy that you've cultivated. So you know we already had it flowing in our hand. Let's go ahead and pull it open a little bit, and then put your awareness in the space and feel like something's pressing your arms out and open for you. And as it does, you just draw that beautiful chi energy into your body. And imagine that just like your finger joints, every joint in your body is creating a bit of daylight between each bone. Drawing that chi energy into the spaces and the joints. Yes, it's very strong right now for me. And so let's do one more. Open up and imagine that not only are your finger joints are opening, but your wrist and elbows and your shoulders, your spine, your hips, knees, ankles, even your toes are growing longer. And then back together. Nice. If you have shoulder problems or shoulder arthritis, then keep your hands low. The tendency is our arms raise up. No, just keep it nice and low and open up, pulling that energy into your joints. That's very nice. And then as we close, we're just relaxing a little bit more. Good. And now let's go ahead and gather this chi. Again, you don't have to raise your arms above shoulder height. Be kind to your shoulders, be kind to your body, and let that chi energy flow through your body from head to toe. Yeah. Very nice. I'm kind of curious. Let's see what happened to our hands. I honestly don't know. I've never actually done this with the hands after we do Qigong practice of open and close. But you can see how red my hands are now, and that's chi energy. So let's put our two lines back together again and see what happened to our hands. And so for me, it actually balanced them out. So they're both exactly the same length. So if you did this, I'd be really curious. You could leave a comment down there and tell me what happened after we did the whole body songing and Qigong exercise. Great. I hope you're feeling better and a bit more empowered over your pain. Don't forget that you have this simple but highly effective Qigong and Tai Chi exercise for arthritis pain relief. Whether it's the prayer hands, songing of your joints directly in your hands, or our whole body opening up of the joints and songing the joints for pain relief. And thanks for watching. I wish you health and happiness.